This is my audience, my grandma, my grandpa, and my mom, and my speech is on marriage rituals all over the world. Have you ever seen a bride get spit on by her father? Me neither, but in some Kenyan tribes, that's their tradition. Since most of us in this class are under the age of 40, marriage is a prominent topic in our daily lives. I'm sure we all know someone who is married or is about to be married. And I'm sure we all know a lot about our own culture's marriage rituals, but what about other cultures in other countries? First, I will discuss marriage rituals that are practiced in India. Second, I'll inform you of marriage rituals that are practiced in Kenya. And finally, I will discuss marriage rituals that are practiced in Japan. Let's begin with marriage rituals that are practiced in India. Since over 80% of Indians practice Hinduism, I will focus on Hindu marriage rituals. Indian Hindus had the most amount of ceremonies associated with marriage, but in an effort to save time, I will sum them up into 3 basic categories: the proposal, the wedding ceremony, and the reception. I will start by informing you about the proposal, since universally that is typically the first step to any marriage. Hindus hold an engagement ceremony called Magni, and it is a ceremony that is held to bless the couple. At this ceremony, the couple receives gifts of jewelry and clothing from their new family. Next is the wedding ceremony. Hindu wedding ceremonies are different than what Americans are used to, and one of the biggest differences being that the mother is not allowed to attend the ceremony. This is because they think that by the mother not being in attendance, the couple is protected from the evil eye. The groom is welcomed by the sound of blowing conch shells, ringing bells. And when he enters the house, water is poured on the doorstep. After the ceremony, there is the reception, and during the reception, games are played. The couple stays awake with music, songs, poetry, and jokes that are offered by friends and family. And more gifts are also given during this time. We have talked about Hindu marriage rituals in India. Now let's consider marriage rituals in Kenya. The proposal in Kenya is when a man sends beads to a woman that he would like to marry. If she accepts the beads, then they are considered to be engaged. Some Kenyan tribes also make the man pay the woman's father for her hand in marriage. Before the ceremony, the bride bathes in sandalwood oils and gets henna tattoos. The elder women in the tribe give the woman tips on how to satisfy her husband, and sometimes they even hide under the bed just in case a problem occurs. During the ceremony, the groom circles the bride's wrist with a leather wedding band, which is equivalent to the American wedding ring. The tribe members cross wooden sticks to symbolize a deep marriage with lasting roots and strength. At the end of the ceremony, the dad blesses the bride by spitting on her chest and head. She then walks off with her husband without turning around to look at her family, because it is believed that if she turns around, she will turn to stone. The reception starts after the virginity test. The virginity test is when the bride and the groom have sex for the first time, and if there is blood on the sheets, then the bride is deemed to be a virgin, and they can go on with their reception, which is a party that lasts anywhere from 3 to 7 days. If there is no blood on the sheets, the bride is deemed to not be a virgin, and she must give back all wedding gifts she's received, and the marriage is void. We have talked about marriage rituals in Kenya and also India, so now let's consider marriage rituals in Japan. After the proposal, there is a yunio ceremony, which is like an engagement party. During the ceremony, symbolic gifts wrapped in rice paper are given, which include dried cuttlefish, kelp, linen threads, and folded fans. During the ceremony, it is given Shinto style, because this is the major religion in Japan. The ceremony is given by a Shinto priest at a shrine, which is typically held in a hotel. Couples are purified by the priest and then drink sake, which is a Japanese wine. The groom gives his word of commitment, and then the ceremony is over. This reception for Japanese weddings is very similar to the receptions we're used to here in the U.S. Meals are served, speeches are given, well wishes are given, there's dancing and outfit changes, and at the end of the reception, the bride and groom give a speech, and thank everyone for attending. Now we have learned about marriage rituals all over the world. In this speech, we learned about marriage rituals from India, Kenya, and Japan. India, Kenya, and Japan each have different rituals when it comes to marriages. However, even though they are different, they are all meant to symbolize love and life between two people. An African proverb I found seems to sum up all of this and says, "A man without a wife is like a vase without flowers." That's the end of my speech, and I hope you learned a lot about marriage rituals all over the world. This is my audience again.
Very good. Yes, very good.
Thank you.